Well, there we are. We have surpassed the 10,000 mile mark. So I thought I'd do a quick update about my first 10,000 mile experience, what it's like owning my first BMW, upgrading from a RAV4, which was a 2012. Yeah, so journey so far, I think it's been a good one. No complaints, really. I mean, the only thing that's been wrong with the car has been my back right rear tire. It's gotten 2 nails in it, but that's hardly BMW's fault. Everything else has been really good, and I think I said this before, I'm generally shocked of how different it is driving this car from my RAV4. It's really night and day, and I don't think I could go back after how smooth and tight and nice it is to drive this thing across the board. And all the blue stuff too, like you can see all the customization I've been able to do, and I think it came out really, really nice and looks really, really good. The only thing I haven't figured out yet is my blue door thingy on the right is not there yet. So if you recall my other video, it has the wrong hole, so or there's no hole there really. But apart from that, everything else in the interior I think is really nice. I like it. I don't know, maybe some of you out there think it's a little tacky the way it's almost too blue everywhere, but I think it looks really nice. And yeah, I mean, that's what only counts, right? Is my opinion. So I really like customizing this thing. I think that's one of the funnest things about it is what can I do? What can I get to customize and you know, make it my own, if you will, and design it right that I think looks really, really good. The one thing I also will point out that I really hated in the beginning was the piano black all over where you see the like carbon fiber stuff. I couldn't stand it. Like, piano black just gets so dirty so fast. It's too shiny. I don't like it at all. This really breaks it up, and it looks super nice, even when it's dirty. So big plus there for sure. Even the back seat here, you know, I added the blue there, blue on the doors as well back here, and everything just flows so nicely. These plates were also, I put on, they're all on the front too, the silver ones, because it was just black before, and that really broke it up and meshes really well with the silver and the aluminum thread that's already there. Of course, I got the blue mats everywhere too. You can see down in there and all over, and blue. It's really nice. I debated when I got the car if I wanted a blue car or a silver one. Silver worn out because the BMW blue was like too dark at the time, and I wanted something a little bit more rich. So I decided, hey, got the silver car, let's blue accent everything, because I think that's going to look really slick. And maybe this is a bit much. I haven't determined yet, but everything else I think is really, really nice. So 10,000 miles in, everything's been really good. I can't complain. Like, it's been amazing, really, to drive this thing. And I never really even sit back here, so the big panoramic moonroof, you know, I don't really see sitting up front. So this is a unique change to get the full perspective as I'm doing this. You know, my goal with this, I guess, is to keep it 10 years if I can. I'm not going to upgrade anytime soon. I did flat out buy it. So that puts me around 2031, 2032, something like that for my next car model. And who knows, maybe that one will be electric. I don't know where the industry's really going. It seems to be kind of fluttering along, and there's a big push for electric, but I just don't know if it's going to be there yet, or around 2031 or so. But I do love this car, and I'm going to try to keep it for as long as I can, because it's great. Gas mileage wise, I've been doing pretty good, so it's kind of a throw of the dice, really. On the highway, on a long road trip or something, I'll get like 38 miles per gallon, no, easy, and that's like amazing. But just driving around the city and stuff, it might bounce around between like 28 on the average and like 20. It seems like I either get really good gas when I fill up or really bad gas that doesn't go as far, it seems like. So it just all depends. Probably get the good gas 50% of the time based on what I'm doing. And I pretty much always fill up at Sam's because it's far cheaper than anything else. But this thing does take premium, and you know, this is the first car I had to do that in. But no big deal. Let's see, what else? I do like that I got the 21 model. I've seen pictures of the 22, and they completely redid like this whole interior, and I think it looks horrible compared to what I got. So the vents are like really tiny, and everything looks like it's from the mid 2000s. There's a lot of plastic little buttons down here that they consolidated. it just doesn't look good. It just looks, something's off, and I'm really glad that I got this year model instead of waiting for the 22, because I debated. I knew the LSI refresh was coming, but I decided to get it when I could, and got a good deal, really good deal, especially for what came right after of the chip shortage. So I kind of timed this thing exactly right. I think when I took my RAV to 10,000, because I bought that new too in 2012, I think it was a little over 2 years, I want to say. This I did in a year and a half to hit the 10,000 mark. So I did a couple more road trips in this one than the RAV in my first year. And I know that racked up the mileage quite a bit. Of course, I went for the blue specs on the wheels. I think that looks great. You pull back and it really pops in the day. I think that's going to be great. I've debated whether I want to wrap this thing and this silver bar, whatever that is, in blue. That might work. That might be too much. I gotta like Photoshop it and see. But if you saw some of the other videos I did, you'll know I had a heck of a time with these exhaust tips. And I did get the blue ones, or I got new OEM ones, and I did paint them, and I just haven't been installed yet because they're drying right now. But they should hopefully look pretty good, and keep that blue theme throughout. That's been one of the biggest struggles, is finding exhaust tips. I will say these wheels are hard to maintain too. They get really dirty really fast. You can see my front one here is really messed up. I haven't cleaned them in a while, or really, I mean, you clean them and then it looks like this again in a couple days. So that's the one downside, I think. But the good news is they rub off really easily, so you can easily rub it off. No problem. As far as the look goes, I think it's a timeless look. I don't think it's going to go out of date. You know, it's not going to look dated 5-10 years down the road. I think it's always going to look real nice. And yeah, you know, 10,000 miles in, I'm super happy. Can't complain at all. Of course, with buying new too, you get 3 years worth of oil changes for free, and you only have to do that once a year, which is nice. I did my first one a couple months ago. So 2 more left. I only got 2 in my RAV, so it's nice to get a 3rd year free maintenance. Of course, I just hope nothing big goes wrong that I actually have to pay for, because that would be horrible. But you know, I'm gonna maintain it well. I think it's held up great, and you know, it's gonna be a good another 9 years abouts with hopefully me having this. So I'll wrap there, and again, just wanted to do an update on 10,000 miles.